Hey everyone, this is Logan, and this is my voice 3 months on T. Super exciting. I just had my 3 month checkup appointment at Equitas, and I had to get blood work. It was my first labs that she ordered because the first time I went in, after I had been a month on Androderm, the patches, since we switched to Axiron, she was like, well, let's wait 2 more months before we get your levels. Well, today when I went in, I was like really nervous because I knew I had to get blood drawn, and I was like, I don't know how much it's gonna be. Like, I just freak out. When she walked in, she was like, whoa, like, she was really shocked as to how I looked and how I sounded and just like the various changes. So we talked for a few minutes, and she was like, okay, well, we're gonna do labs for your like total, but we're not going to do a T level count because your like masculinization is like faster than what is expected on a topical. Which that made me really happy to hear, but I also wanted to know where my levels were, so I asked for it anyway. So that just meant an extra tube of blood, whatever. I'll have those results. She said like in a few days they'll be online, so we'll see. But she was just really excited, and it was a really good experience. She talked to me every time I go there. It's never like I'm at a doctor. Like, she always discusses with me a lot of like of the social aspects of my transition. So she asked about how often I pass. She asked about like I have a lot of body hair now. You definitely can't see it on this front facing camera, but I have like hair all over my chest. I have hairs on my arms, which I found out that I have a whole lot more hair than my little brother, which is interesting and embarrassing considering I'm only 3 months. I did have to shave, but now I have this back. It's a lot. Um, there haven't been a ton of like new changes. Like, there hasn't been anything that I've been like, oh, this is new this past month. It's mostly been a lot around body hair and like it thickening and just like getting more of it all over. Also, well, there is one really terrible thing, and that is the presence of acne. I am like, I've never had acne my whole life. I freak out about it, which seems really dramatic because it probably is, but I have a ton of acne on my back, and I'll like break out on my face, and I just don't know like how to live. Don't know what to do. Um, I did talk to the doctor about it today. She laughed at me. It was cute, but she said that that's probably gonna be. She said that because I'm progressing so much faster, that I'm probably gonna have like a lot of acne for a shorter period of time, which I guess is like kind of comforting, maybe, to know that it's not gonna be like years, hopefully. But she just had a lot of like questions about Axiron because she said that, for one, as I've stated before, the Axiron is really, really expensive without insurance. And because my insurance will pay all but $15 of it, like, I can do it. She doesn't have a ton of experience with topicals overall. Like, she said that there's probably like 10 clients ish that are on Axiron, and most of them didn't get like any results at all. Like, their body like just didn't absorb it. But she said that because I'm so dramatic, JK, just because my body is so sensitive to everything, my body's like absorbing a whole lot of it and like taking it really well. So she doesn't want to change my dosing at all, which I didn't expect. I thought that I would go in, and she's like really concerned with like getting my periods to stop like as soon as possible because that's usually like a top priority. And I haven't stopped yet. But I thought I would go in, talk to her about that, and she'd be like, okay, well, we need to double your dose because your levels aren't high enough. But instead, she was like, I don't care what your levels are because you're physically changing faster than expected and you're getting like so much body hair like twice as fast as you're supposed to. So she's like, if I up it, you may turn into like a bear, which is fair. And I think that talking to her and deciding between like a faster pace and like just a lot of masculinization really early, like kind of outweighs the benefits of like stopping my periods faster. And plus I don't have like any issues with that. It's just something like I don't want to deal with. But so we talked about it. It was a really quick appointment, really good. I go back in 3 more months for my 6-month blood work. So everything is going really well, in my opinion, other than the acne. I don't have any complaints about anything. The Axiron being 2 months on that, there's no skin irritation, no rashing. Like, there's no issues at all. It does burn slightly when I put it on, and then I put on deodorant. You're supposed to put on deodorant first, but I use a spray deodorant, so it goes on after. So that does burn a little bit, but less than 3 minutes. Otherwise, I don't have any, like, I don't even have, like, the drying out from the alcohol-based solution that they said I would. So whatever is going on is working for me. She did, like, reiterate that these are not typical results. So if you're, like, watching and wanting to know, like, if this is going to happen to you on Axiron, like, I can't say that, like, yes, this is a typical, like, timeline because she said it was abnormal. But for me, it's great because I don't have to do any injections and I'm not planning to. It's completely, like, manageable. So that's it. I'll make a video next month, probably talking a little bit more around my, like, social transition and things that are more abstract because I don't think that there's going to be, like, major new body changes. Thanks.